That right? Hello, everyone. I am looking forward to a fun and engaging session with you all today on this last day of October. So let's do first a little check-in on some great topics. So I want you to kind of get ready or get in a position where you can type in the chat. I'm not going to ask you to type a lot. I know some of you don't mind typing a lot, and that's fine too. But I kind of want to ask you a couple of yes or no questions. When I say Q&A, that means I ask y'all the questions. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Of course, if you have questions for me, that's fine too. All right. So please type in the chat. Have you been matched with a Logie product in the month of October? I'm going to, at least one Yogi product. Oh, more folks are coming in. So I'll ask the question again. Heather, Jet, Jessica, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Michael, and Liz, you're back now. Okay, you're moving, you're blinking. Yay! Hey, Heather. Good to see you. All right, so yes or no? Have you been matched with at least one Logie product in the month of October? Just type in the chat, please. Liz says yes. Nicole, yes. Michael, yes. Me, yes. Stephanie said I had a vacation mode for most of October. I was getting matches regularly until I switched them off. I started to ask about matches versus, maybe I did later on. I got to look at all my questions I have here. But yeah, okay, good. Liz said, I just got two today. Yes. And Andrew said multiple. Okay, great. All right. The next question. Have you made any content for the Logie products you received? Now, don't be embarrassed to say no because you still have time. Like when this session is over, or if you're good at multitasking, you can do it now. So, have you made any content for the Logie products that you received in October? Yes or no? Yep, the same day I received them. Yes. Stephanie said yes. Nicole said yes. Michael said, no, I had to pass. Okay, Michael, that's good. Sometimes, it's best as long as you know. Like, I can't do a video on that. That's awesome. All right, this next one is a little bit more than a yes or no. I want to see who could be the first person to type the answer. Who knows what BFCM stands for? Who could be the first one to type that in the chat? And Lorraine said no. BFCM. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Oh, Andrew was the first. Winner, winner. Sorry, I have no chicken dinner. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I know every time I see that, I get like, what are they talking about? Like, I feel like, is that a young people's thing? Like, I don't know what. And then it's like, oh, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I should be used to it now. Not only because of being an Amazon influencer, but because, how long Cyber Monday been around? Black Friday been around for a long, 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 long time. But Cyber Monday's been around for what? I don't know. Somebody look it up. See how long has Cyber Monday been around. So now they just roll it into one word, but it's too long to say. So BFCM. BFCM. So whenever you see that, and you will be seeing it a lot, I just want you to think of me. Every time you see BFCM, you're like, oh, Eileen told me about that. Okay. Here we're going to go back to the even more easier yes or no. All right, questions. Now, since Amazon introduced this whole SMS or text messaging, have you received any texts from them? Have you received any texts from them? David said Cyber Monday started in 2005. So it's been 20 years. I started to say 20 years, but I thought I'm not going to say 20 years. But oh my gosh. And Stephanie says, since the internet has been around, I don't think it's been that long, Stephanie. Stephanie, Stephen said, broke from Christmas money. Spending too much Christmas money. And Small Business Saturday and Giving Tuesday. Yes, Andrew, those all come bundled up with BFCM. And Stephanie said, yes, one today. Yes, I'm sorry. Let me make sure we know what question we answer. Have you received any text from Amazon? Yes, one today. Yes, several, including today. Bargains for crazy moms. And Lorraine said yes. And yes, but not in a while, Heather. Interesting. There are people not old enough to remember, Stephen. Yep. First one yesterday. Nicole, I'm in the same boat with you. My first one was yesterday. And, I kind of say it was kind of like, they sent me a text to tell me about one of the pages that they normally would email me about, the trending page. But you guys know I've brought that trending page up in many of these sessions. And I'm thinking, so instead of emailing me, you're going to text me. No, please go back to email, because to me, a text is something super duper special. I actually read the emails and I prefer to get them because it was like quarter to 7 at night. Hello, I go to bed at 7 p.m. Don't be texting me at quarter to 7. Okay. Y'all, I will take y'all right off that and say stop or whatever you got to say. Um, I've been getting texts a few times a week. No bonus though. Yes. And Stephanie said, I'm sorry, Megan was the one who said that she's been getting a few times a week. And Stephanie said, yes, since I signed up, but no bonus. Um, it's interesting. I saw one person say that they saw the bonus in, they hadn't gotten paid with it, like this last payment that we all just got this week. Well, folks got it that, met the threshold, but it was there, like, I guess for next time. And I'm thinking, that's interesting. But me, I only saw one person say that. If you guys saw other people saying, please let us know. Turn on your mic, let us know, because we all want to know where should we look to see if we got or are going to get that bonus. Okay, Andrew said, which is crazy since we signed up instantly when it was launched. Yeah, we did. And yes, it was. Michael said, yes, it was what today's was for me. Just a link to the page. Yeah. And Andrew said, right, Eileen, I would rather have the email. Yep, absolutely. With that being said, I forget how to get to CC from phone. Oh, I get those texts, but have not gotten a brand deal. Okay, Heather. I did I? Yeah, I did a video. I did a YouTube video about how to. It's here's simple. You have an iPhone? Okay, because I heard it's different look on Android, which my video's been out for like 3 months, and somebody said, no, they moved it. And I was like, no, they didn't. And then I said, are you on Android? And they said, yeah. I was like, oh, well, I didn't know that it was different on Android. You just go to the regular app, the regular Amazon app, and click on any product that you know is in Creator Connections. So maybe it's something that you just bought recently. I don't know. Hit the share button, and it's going to say Creator Connections. If it's in Creator Connections, it'll tell you Creator Connections, 10% or whatever. And then you click that, and that takes you to Creator Connections. There is another way, but it's super convoluted. To me, this is easy. You know, there's a product that's in Creator Connections. You just click on it and then click the share icon. Then that'll say there's a Creative Connections campaign for this. You click that, and boom, now you're in Creative Connections.
So can I chime in for a
Yeah,
sec?
absolutely. I want you to.
So when these text messages started going, like I think there was a Gap one and there was like another big brand one. And it said, click the link to get to it from your phone. And I was like, I have no idea how that works. And Liz from Fluencer Fruit showed me one time, and but if you never use it, you don't know how to get there. That's why I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
So I
and
don't
the
know
way that Liz was showing is the longer
how.
way. You got to go here. You got to jump through a bunch of hoops, so it's not easy to remember.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mine's is easy to remember. When I say mine's, I discovered it by mistake because I was getting ready to share something, and I was like, "Oh, this has Creative Connections there." It wasn't like anybody showed me that. I just found it by mistake. That's what happens when you fumble around with the app all the time. Yep. So it is a time saver, Nicole. Thank you for saying that. And Stephanie says she had seen a handful say they received the bonus. Stephanie, can you unmute? Do you mind?
Hi.
Hi. Did they actually get the payment or they're seeing it in their back
I'm
end?
pretty sure what I read was that they had gotten, some said they got the payment. Some people said that they got it as a pending payment for November. And I thought the original email said it was supposed to be paid out at the end of October. So that also, I was like, well, it's not quite what they said, but if they pay it a month later, it's still coming. But
Well,
I don't have any in my payment history. I don't see anything pending for it.
Amazon doublespeak.
Yeah,
Payment at the with the end of October. That doesn't mean you're going to get it in end of October.
right.
That means it's with the October payment, which means you won't get till December, right?
Well, what I thought I had read was that it would be paid out. Like they were something was in the middle of October. You had to stay signed up until the middle of October, I think. And I'm
Uh,
still signed up. I have them muted on my phone, but I want to unsubscribe, but I'm waiting to see if I get the bonus like even late. So I'm not unsubscribing yet,
yeah,
but
I'm
it's
not too hopeful for it. I mean, but I'll stay subscribed. But the fact that they sent me one text so far, I know some folks said they got more than one, and it's was telling me to go to the trending page. Like, duh, I do that already. Like that, you could have definitely saved the text for that. So, but okay, good. I'm glad more our folks are coming in because I'm going to take a break from these little questions because I want us as a group, we always are coming together. And at this point, we should all kind of feel some kind of closeness to one another. And we are always under stress. We're always the stress of our everyday lives. And then, on top of that, you've got your influencer things. So, when was the last time you thought about just a little self care, like a little meditation, maybe, or yoga, or even some deep breathing? So, humor me, please. I want us to do just a little short. And those who, if you want to turn off your camera, you can. You go ahead. But I just want us to do a little deep breathing. I want us to take a breath together. Okay. Because we all need to de stress. And so you could do this right from your chair. But if you want to stand up, that's fine too. If you're driving, just breathe along with us. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Okay. So I want you to just pay attention to my cadence. All right. So we're going to take a few deep breaths, maybe neck rolls, wrist roll if possible. And I'll just give you a second to, stand up if those of you who want to stand up. As long as you can still hear me, you don't really need to look at the screen, but remember to come back in a couple minutes. Don't go to sleep, okay? All right, so here we go. First, we're going to do two deep breaths. All right, let's inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's try a little neck roll side to side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Make a little sound if you want. And exhale. Now hold your hands in front of you and just flap them around. Inhale. Exhale. Finally, let's just raise our arms in the air. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Now give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for, like I said, we're always together and we always talk about all these stressful things. And this is the end of the month. We only have two more high stress months ahead of us. For those of us who, freak out about holidays and preparing for family and family visits, whether they're coming or you're going. So I just wanted, to think about just taking a breath. And so I'm glad we did it together. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you so very much. So let's see. Um, David said, no meditation, please. I'm too stressed out. Sorry, David. Michael said, my stress relief is shopping, and I have two packages from Amazon arrived today. Thank you, Michael. I stress relieve almost every day. Okay, great. Stephanie says, I love this. I try to do it daily, but when the stress is 1,000, taking away 100 doesn't even matter. Michael Thacker said, can I make a gift? Sure. And David said, too late, too late. Okay, all right, great. I hope that made you feel better. And even if you didn't do it, maybe when you watch the replay next week, you will have a chance to. So let's just, I think I only have a couple more little questions for you. So outside of Logie, but including Logie, how many videos or photos did you upload this month? If it's more than 5, please type yes. If it's less than 5, you can just type the number because you probably already know. Wow, I see a bunch of yeses. This month is not over yet. That's right, Lane. That's why I said, you could still upload your Logie video. You could be working on it right now. And since you have your camera off now, Lane, I'm assuming that's what you're doing. Heather says yes. So Latoya said, nope, month isn't over yet. I have videos to upload. Great. And Stephanie said, just one. Okay. Yep, I've got a lot to upload. Yeah. And, this is great. It's kind of like having things always flowing through um, going to your storefronts or wherever, if you're also doing offline and all that good stuff. And it was a 10-minute tutorial and took me a whole week to edit, however. Oh, wow, Stephanie. That's incredible. I used to do those on YouTube, but they weren't for product. Well, they were for SaaS products. And I kind of, I guess I could say I got burnt out doing that in a sense. That doesn't mean I'll never do another one again because I feel one coming on one. And here's why I got burned out. Most of the tutorials that I was doing were for social media and blogging, you know. And so uh, all of them now are like they're dead in the water because social media, blogging change so quickly that those tutorials are people still watch them sometimes too. And it kind of like makes me think, should I make that unlisted? There's people still watching this tutorial. That thing don't even work anymore. Or that that site, that app is gone. Like, why are people even searching for this and watching it? So, and I don't know if that's going to be the same case with the specific video that you're talking about, Stephanie, but I know, as we were talking about earlier, that that is sort of the case with some of our videos on Amazon. Is they become outdated, they become stale for various reasons. Nothing that we did wrong, but it's just the nature of the beast. You know, things are, the carousel's changing, people are um, uploading more and more content. People are, or Amazon, or should I say, the algorithm or the machine learning, whatever you want to call it, is just saying, huh, that one's old. We're just going to put this other one up. And it's kind of disappointing. And then also the brands are making changes. Those who were on the call earlier, uh, you may not have been listening, so maybe it's worthwhile for me to repeat myself. Yeah, but the brands are changing the ASINs on items. And this is why a lot of people are seeing their sales going down after years and years of things going well. And so, yeah. So, anybody want to unmute? Stephanie, I see you have posted a long comment here. Do you want to unmute to talk about it?
Hi, I can.
Okay, go ahead, dear.
Um, no, I just Amazon wasn't like I wasn't making I'm not making enough money from the amount of time I put in for what I was doing on site. I started this a few years ago and was just looking for something to do while my daughter napped. And like literally I was doing the affiliate links while she was sleeping so I could like stay with her while she slept. Um, and from there, I was like, oh, I want to be an influencer, got in the influencer program. And then I was like, ooh, free samples. So I started getting the free samples. And then I got overwhelmed with samples. And I was like, this isn't what I want to be here doing. And I'm not making the money that I want to be making, like for the amount of time I was putting in. And it completely transformed from sharing links on Facebook a few years ago to filming product videos. And actually, before I got into the influencer program, I had maybe like edited one or two videos in my entire life. So this was just, it was fun and I learned a lot of skills from it. But the direction I want to go now is really just sharing the things that I'm doing. I like doing crafts and I'm just sharing my crafts and building my social medias, building my own presence on the internet. And I have these skills so that at least I can monetize that and do that, but just doing what I love and following my passion rather than trying to chase the commissions that weren't coming.
Wonderful. I'm glad that you were able to pivot your mindset
Yeah,
Yeah, because your daughter is how old now?
she's
She's not
5.
she's
Uh,
5? Okay.
Yeah, and we just started kindergarten. I homeschool also. So
Mhm.
that's taking a lot more of my time, and I want to spend the time with my kids and my husband. I don't want to spend the time working. That's why I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be, you know, raising them. So
Right, right.
the the time investment isn't paying off for me with Amazon, but it's okay. I'm proud of myself, like the where I've grown, because I was literally just posting links in my Facebook group, and so I've learned so many skills from that point.
That's very important. I'm so glad you mentioned that because your own personal growth and the experiences that you're having, or something that you probably just never even thought that you would, venture down that road before. And so it's something that we all should think about as well. Like even for me, I have always done videos like since 2009. I was on YouTube. So that part, but what's different is like this coming together community with you all, and having these connections with people like Ehud, and with Liz from Fluencer Fruit, and all things like that is just something that, for me, my personal growth through the years. And I know each and every one of us has our own story about those kinds of things. So,
Yeah,
and that's why, I wanted for us to take a moment and pause and just breathe,
I
and
love
just
that you did that little meditation.
thank you. Thank you. I just wanted everybody to just kind of like internalize and think about your journey. Think about, yeah, there's like we were talking about earlier, with all these people losing their accounts and the terms of service, and you got this platform over here is different from that. Like we're constantly almost like we're being jerked around all the time, you know? And even though it can be profitable, don't get me wrong, I know that there's people that just make gobs of money, but it wears on you.
Yeah,
See?
it takes the time, and the you have to like value the investment of time that you're putting into doing it.
Yeah, having your peace
Yep.
is what's really, really, really important. And
It's
so,
also, sorry.
no, go
I
ahead.
think it's important to get the message across that people should be, comparing yourself a year ago, not comparing yourself to what anyone else is doing in the program.
And Michael is glad that you shared your story. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
saying that, Michael. Oh. And Andrew said, all mine, oops, all mine are uploading, sitting here, twiddling fingers, waiting for other products to arrive. Okay. And Heather said, didn't reach my goal for 75 videos, but was away about 20 days. So pretty good. Did pretty good. Okay, Heather, good. At least you stepped away. Was that personal or work? Personal. That's amazing. That's amazing. And with, like I said, the holidays coming, I know a lot of us are thinking about spending time with family. And I know sometimes that can be stressful. Whew. Depend upon your family. There's always that one person in your family that's just like, can I go when they go in the kitchen? Can I go in the living room? But we still love them. Okay. And Latoya said, agree. Compare yourself to yourself. Latoya, do you mind sharing with us some things about your TikTok experience?
Oh, yes,
And
of course.
so,
Of
so,
course.
so
So,
how often do you go live?
I have not been live in a couple months, but I
Mhm.
have been live, I would say, since August on TikTok.
Mhm.
But I'm planning to do it, of course, for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is starting over there on November 12th. So getting all of my products together to see what I'm going to promote in my different verticals, as they call it now. But I do a lot of skincare type of content, but I also do health as well. So like a lot of supplements. So yeah, figuring out all of those products right now, but TikTok is a different beast. But yeah.
It is. So you're using tools to find good products to promote over there?
Well, I do like a ton of research over there in terms of like their marketplace. I look at free samples. I look at kind of what's trending. I like to do products that haven't taken off yet because your videos seem to do better if they've had lower than like 10,000 sold. You're basically getting in the beginning. And if you can start promoting something and it starts to take off, of course, your videos are out there. And typically they'll get picked up by GMV Max, or the brand might ask you for an ad code or whatever that looks like. And I also adapt the strategy of I just post over there. I kind of post and ghost. I don't look at the views. I don't study it. I'm on to the next, trying to create the next batch of videos and post those. And then I might go back and look 2 weeks later. I'll see that it got picked up by GMV Max, or the views are through the roof. And that's two reasons. It's got picked up by GMV Max, or the brand has put money behind it, right? And of course, I see it in my sales. That's all I want to see. I don't care like about the views. But so I kind of have like my strategy of what I do over there. I've had an account suspended over there. What it ain't? Well, it is suspended from TikTok Shop. So I
Mhm.
still have it,
Right.
but it doesn't do anything. Like my views don't go over 100
Okay.
because TikTok Shop got suspended and I got so many points, which was for stuff that I didn't even do, but you're fighting the algorithm, which doesn't matter. You just start another account. Like that's the
Mhm.
beauty of TikTok. So I started two other accounts. I've grown one to 20,000 freaking followers in 4 months. So it just kind of depends on what you're doing and what you're talking about. But you got to understand that you're not fighting a human, you're fighting a computer. And even though you got humans that work at TikTok, they can't fix what they've set up in the computer. So just start a new page. That's the beauty of doing it. Like I know people that got 10 pages. One gets suspended, they start another one. They literally just tack a number on the end of their username. They use the exact username. It's just a different number. So I love the
Well,
strategy.
uh, David, our guru here,
Yeah.
he wants to know your handle, and everybody wants to know your handle. But David posted it first so that we can all follow you because,
Please do.
yeah, he's
Um,
like 20K in 4 months. Nice.
So
And
that
Mike,
I have two. So one of them is Deal Curator. So DEALQUC as in cat, URATOR. So that's my one page. And then my other page is the low edit, the low dot edit. Because the one that got suspended is just low edit. So don't go follow that one, y'all, because I don't even go over there. But do the low period edit. That's my other page that I grew to almost 20,000 in 4 months. So it's
and
at
that's spell that L-E, I'm sorry,
L-O,
Thelo.
yep, period, dot edit.
Right. Okay. So y'all got that? The low.
And I have figured out that if you want to get into TikTok shop, you got to find a niche that you can talk about so you can kind of build that following until you can get in. You can get in at 1,000, but that's going to be limited. Of course, you only can post 5 shop videos a week and you only can go live 3 times a week. That's at the 1,000 threshold. It opens up to unlimited when you hit 5,000. So that's the caveat to that. But in order to build it, I figured out that you need to go into talk about 3 categories, I should say: health, wealth, and what is the other one? Relationships.
Awesome. Wait a minute. I'm getting your handle. Oh, okay. David got one and I got the other. So
Oh, here, I'll just drop it.
we did it now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Awesome.
All right. So you got a couple more followers now.
Well,
Okay.
thank you
So
guys. I
wait a
appreciate
minute. So it's health,
health, wealth.
wealth, and relationships.
Yep. You can
Okay.
do anything inside of those. So it could be fitness, it can be talking about cooking, it could be whatever, but you need to just have something to be able to start building that following. So you
Mm-hmm.
get to your 1,000 or 5,000, depending on what you're trying to do on TikTok. So,
Wonderful. Thank you. So you've been quietly in the background
yes, doing all of my studying.
because well, Amazon wasn't giving you enough moolah.
No, not at all. But I still try to do evergreen videos, and I post a lot of them on Amazon too.
Okay. All
I
right.
have to be careful not to say like it's linked below, like stuff like that, because of course you'll violate on Amazon. So you just gotta be, it's difficult if you're not going all in on one platform on how you gotta record videos if you're trying to do it evergreen. So that's the difficult part as well. And you don't
It
want
is.
to post something and then you get violated on another platform. So you just gotta be careful, super careful.
Mhm.
Or if you are just batch creating, you just batch create for every platform on what they want, for that one product. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
So do you find that there's a lot of products that are on both,
Oh,
or
yeah.
it is?
Oh, yeah. But definitely higher on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, it's more products on Amazon
Yeah.
for
Right.
sure.
Absolutely. And then sometimes the price difference. Sometimes I'll see that brands are like doing exclusive things to TikTok. So it's a lot cheaper than Amazon in terms of price as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
Especially around this time because they go all in.
Wow.
Unfortunately. So, yeah. This isn't.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody got questions that I didn't ask? Um, while y'all thinking of those questions, I do want to say, as in my experience with comparing the different platforms and the prices, and
Mhm.
I've shared with you guys that YouTube extension because it goes to, all the places that aren't Amazon, right? And then also now with LTK. Ooh, are you on LTK yet, Latoya?
I am on LTK.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your handle over there? I thought I
It
must be
should be the
following
same thing. It should be the low edit over
the
there
low
with,
edit. Okay.
with no period. Yeah.
Oh, without the period. Okay.
Yep.
I one thing that I love about LTK is the training.
Yes. Yes. It
It's
is.
intense, y'all.
It
You get a
is.
lot of training, like
Uh,
every day. It's almost every day. Like I find that mostly not on Mondays and not on Fridays. Thank goodness it's not on Fridays.
right.
But there's a training on a Tuesday and there's a training on a Wednesday. But what they do that I like is, let's just say when you first start, they want to it's called the accelerator program.
Mhm.
But they give you like 8 different times you can attend week one, 8 different times you can attend week two. So the training is tremendous. But one of the things that I found, sorry, I got a little sidetracked because I really like LTK. I wanted to just talk about the brands, comparing prices.
Mhm.
And the one brand that stands out in my mind as the worst brand that I probably would never buy from now
Mhm.
is Wayfair.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. There are things that I posted that are like 20, $30 on Amazon that are like $150, the exact same product, like $150 on Wayfair. I don't know what it is about the mystique of shopping on Wayfair. And I don't know that all their prices are like that. So disclaimer.
Right.
Disclaimer for the replay, y'all. and I'm only talking about my own personal experience. And it's just like, whew, because sometimes, like most of the stuff that's on Walmart is also on Amazon. And sometimes Amazon is cheaper and sometimes Walmart is cheaper. And
Mhm.
even when Walmart is more, it's like maybe $5, $10 at the most more.
Mhm.
But that discrepancy when it comes to Wayfair is astronomical. Like I can't believe that people actually pay, and it almost makes me want to sign up for Wayfair because I'm like, well, shoot, maybe people will pay $150 for my little pen set
Right.
because it's on Wayfair.
Right.
And I don't know what is the mystique about it because they all look the same to me. They just, websites.
Right.
Has anybody else had that experience? Or Megan, you want to unmute? Because I see you just typed in a nice comment there. Hey, and I see you got on your scary outfit. You trying to you trying to get some candy like Cheryl, aren't you? Oh, Megan is getting her mic prepped. And I was going to ask you to turn that mic on, so you should have had it all set up to begin with. Yeah, because you were on mic earlier. No. Well, you're on mute, so I can't tell if you tapping. I can't tell if your mic is working or not. No. Well, all right. We'll come back to that then. So, is anyone at the DH Gate program? See, I don't know what that is. This one. There you
Okay,
go. Hey,
there.
yes. What's DH? What is that?
DH Gate is like they do luxury dupes, like your LVs, your Dior sunglasses, all the sneakers and shoes. But the problem is that, you get dinged on like TikTok if you promote some, or even Instagram if you promote something and you say it's a dupe. So I'm just like, I know it's a popular website for people because, everybody wants to get like you know, an LV bag for their vacation, that's, not $3,000. But, um, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if it's worth, if anybody had any experience and using it and, that kind of thing.
Personally, I'm not a
Everybody was in it.
designer shopper myself for the most part. I like brands like Members Mark, which is a Sam's Club brand.
Nothing wrong with Members Mark.
I hope not, because
Exactly.
that's
Right.
probably what I got on right
Right.
now.
Exactly.
I mean, I am like shopping. I'm making a binnable list from their flyer. They have like
Yeah.
all of the fixings. You have it too. So it's like the hassle-free, headache-free Thanksgiving. It's like a whole page. Everything is on there, right? Like you just pick it up. You don't have to cook it. I'm making a binnable list on that and then turning that into a blog post.
Awesome. It's funny
Creating a
because
funnel.
it's funny because when Alto Beast told us about the Amazon, right? And I said, yeah, I got the Amazon booklet. And I said, Sam's Club is going to have a booklet too. That next day, that Sam's Club, but this isn't a holiday. I mean, Christmas booklet, gift guide. This is for you all to buy this stuff to prepare for, like I said earlier, for the family that's coming over and the feasts that you're going to be making for everybody. And of course, you're going to have a brand new TV. I'm looking at the first page, because you got relatives coming. So, well, you can't have that little 45-inch. You got to have a
Right.
75-inch.
And they have their preview, their Black Friday preview too. And then
Mhm.
today is the Best Buy door boosters, like boo, like as a ghost. I think it's
Mhm.
door boosters. That's their sale today. But I mean, if you don't have anything up, it might be a little late to. post something.
And Best Buy is not didn't send out a booklet, right?
No,
Okay.
but I tried to do I went into Chat GPT and just tried to like coordinate a calendar of all of the big sales of the major retailers and the ones that I could think of, like the big Nordstrom anniversary sale and like the Sephora stuff, like the ones I remembered. And then I had, hey, hit up the other retailers and then create a calendar so I can like feel like my workflow was more organized. I think like it has literally taken me, like I've been doing this for about 5 years and I feel like I'm almost to the point where I've got some kind of grasp on workflow and feel like I'm not running in place. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts.
It is. It is. Yeah. And Andrews doesn't waste his money on any luxury stuff. And even if he was a millionaire, I wouldn't waste my money on any luxury or dupe. Well, the dupes sometimes are super cheap. It depends on how, you know, cheap it is. Because the dupes still try to rip you off too. But Latoya says, nope, me neither. And Michael Thacker, we all know where we're going for Thanksgiving because guess what? His new TV is coming tomorrow. And he thinks it's going to only be for him. He doesn't know we're all going to be on his doorstep. Just kidding, Michael. And yes, Michael, let us know what kind did you get, or at least what size. And he said, "Oh, we can come over. All right, we know where we're going to have our dinner." And Heather says, "I feel." Go ahead, Heather. Turn your mic on, hon.
I'm trying to go through all my notes to see if I can find it, but I feel like on one of the Amazon webinars, might have even been last Friday or last Black Friday one, they said instead of you saying the word dupe, there was a word that they said that we could say. Maybe it was lookalike or something like that that they said was okay and would have passed, but I can't find it. I know I have it written down here someplace. I'm looking through all my notes to see if I can find it.
Okay. If you find it, let us know. But the only thing is, all right, so I was on um the latest Amazon webinar. And by the way, their webinars are coming up again. In fact, I had a note here to make sure to share that with you. The BFCM edition is on Wednesday, November the 12th, and I will put the link in the chat. And yeah, it was on that page that they texted me about. Yeah, the one I go to all the time and share a webinar with y'all. That one. So anyway, I was on the one this Wednesday or Thursday. I guess it was Wednesday. And someone asked a question about music. And the girl said, "Oh, yeah, sure, you can use music." And I said to myself, huh? How they got her teaching this class? But but what she meant was, and I know what she meant, as long as it's not royalty free, because you can actually use music on Amazon because they did not mute. I know if you look back before they came out with that big statement about no music, some of your old videos that you might have music in, depending upon where you got the music from, the music is still there. And I know I see, because I'm always searching through shop by interest, and I hear music playing all the time. So everybody's music doesn't get muted. It's only, first of all, the AI has to catch it. That's number one. And their AI is nothing like YouTube because YouTube's AI will catch even 2 seconds of a song. And on top of that, if it's not royalty free, I mean, if it's royalty free, it won't recognize it, and you'll be fine. But I just thought she shouldn't be saying that on a newbie webinar. She should be telling the newbies, no, don't use music. And that's the first time I heard in one of their webinars someone actually say that you could use music. I was like, eh. Now, this is another thing, reason why I like LTK, because LTK lets you add music. However, and I may have mentioned this last week, when you go to share that, let's say you go from LTK to Instagram, because that's what they really want you to do. You can go other places, but they really want you to go on Instagram. Your whole video is muted, the music and the audio. So what you would need to do is go into, when you share it on Instagram, re-record the voiceover, which is a bummer because who remembers what they said in the video? And then you can add the Instagram music if you want. But that's too many hoops to jump through for me. I would just go ahead and upload the raw video, forget sharing it from LTK. But what they want you to do is get points. You get points for your shares and all that. By the way, that video with 12,000 views on it has music. Stephanie, are you going to tell us what product it is or what kind of a video it is? If you don't want to share what product it is, because I'm dying to know. Feel free to unmute. And it has music in it. That's one reason why you got so many views, because you got music in it. Yep. And she's going to grab the link for us. Yay. That's why I don't attend most of their webinars, because they always share inaccurate stuff that violates TOS. Well, see, here's the thing, Andrew. They also share some really good things that either I knew but I forgot about, because I think some of you all know that I have like this list, a long list of links of like, where's the do's and don'ts for this and where's the best practices for that. And I mean, there's a long, long list of links. Okay. And one of the things they shared in this webinar, I've never heard of that page before. And I know I didn't, because it's not bookmarked. It's not, it's not saved. And it's a very, very helpful page. And I do believe I put it on my notes to share with y'all today. And let's see if I can figure out what I did with it. But it is kind of like a page with links to all the frequently asked questions all on one page. Okay, yeah, I found it. And one of the questions that it answered is one that comes up all the time. And I kept saying, I know the answer to this. I've seen it before somewhere. Where did I see it? And here it's on this page. And I will screen share it, the page, as a matter of fact. Hang on, I gotta get my ducks in a row, and hopefully Ehud turned on screen sharing for me. Nope. Ehud, if you're listening, can you turn on screen sharing? But what happened was there is a question that keeps coming up about QR codes. And on that page, that QR code question is sort of answered. And it is about, now that I did take a screenshot and I can post it in the chat. Use of QR codes. There it is. So even if Ehud, screen share is on now. Okay. So hang on. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen, because I also have my email open. Duh. Y'all don't need to read my emails. So this page has all the, I'm calling them do's and don'ts, but it's all the questions that people ask in all the groups. Like, can we do this? Can we do that? What about this? And what about that? They're all here. I never saw this page before, like I said. And I know I didn't, because it's not on my list. It's not bookmarked. And it's not in my this other little bookmark reading list thing on Chrome. So I don't even know when this page was created, but it has a wealth of information. And that's the reason I do go to the webinars. They may have some wrong information, and they may also have some very helpful and useful information. So the question about the QR codes, and I'll just, because I took the screenshot, there's got to be 100 things on that page. So I'll just open up this section because I actually highlighted the part that I wanted to share with you about use of QR codes and use of links in offline messaging. Offline messaging. And you see here, I have it highlighted. What types of communication methods for sharing special links with customers are not allowed? Creators are not permitted to share links with customers via any physical offline messaging mediums. Print, media, mailers, physical QR code displays in public. Okay. So that answers that QR code question. And this is why in the back of like people that have been around for a while, in the back of our minds, we're like, you can't use QR codes somewhere, somehow. You can use them on YouTube, and I know you can. But this is the answer. You can't use them in public. Okay, so you can't put it up in your office so that people that come to your office, they can scan the QR code and go right to your, like Latoya has all those beautiful things on the wall. If one of them was an Amazon QR code, you get kicked out of the program. Which I'm not saying that you would do that. I'm just using you for example because Michael was talking about how much he loves your background. Okay. Okay, so Andrew, you had this link on your resource list. I don't think you posted it in your group because I would have had it. If you posted that on your resource list in your group, maybe I missed it. But anyway, and hey, I ain't perfect. I can forget because they got so many pages, right? We forget these things. That's why it's good to go to these sessions for me. Now, not for all of you guys, because guess what? Any real nuggets, I'm going to share them with y'all anyway. You don't have to go if you don't want to. Okay? So for me, it's great because I missed something or I forgot about something. Or sometimes a really, really good question comes up. And like somebody was asking about Linktree, and then they said, "Well, what about beacons?" And the girl said, "Oh, I'm learning from y'all all the time." And I said to myself, "My people know about beacons. How come this girl working for Amazon don't know what beacons is?" But that's okay. This is why I need a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. All right, you guys. It is 3 o'clock, and I think I saw a witch just fly past on her broom. If I was to get anyone knocking on my door, I have lots of coins that I can just throw in a bag. The person might walk away with $5. I got so many coins. So happy trick or treat, everyone. Let me just make sure I got. Okay, it's in the file section of your group. Okay, Andrew, thank you. Thank you. Sorry I missed it. Sandy, can we include our email address in our profile description? I have not found a policy on that, but I see people do it all the time. However, as I've mentioned before, that means anybody can get your email. Anybody, not just the people that you want to have it, but the people that you don't want to have it. Spammers, scammers, people that just want to say, "Hey, baby, I like the way you look." Okay. They all can get your email. So use it at your own discretion. And I, like I said, I see people do it all the time, but who knows? I don't know if AI is scanning for that this month. That doesn't mean they won't be scanning for it next month. All right. So don't say, Eileen said it was okay. Nope. I don't know. I don't have it in mind. I will say that. All right. So, okay. And I thank you all for your attention and thank you so much for our deep breathing exercise. And let's bring in BFCM with a bang. And I will see y'all next
But
month.
wait, Eileen, don't you want to
Oh,
tell them to prepare for the BCFM with some half price samples?
oh, right. Yes, Ehud. Oh,
But
gosh.
you go ahead. I know that most of the people were already here, so
No, I'll be
so
here.
yeah, they were here in the last session. But guys, so I guess just to recap, in very short, we already turned on the half price sample program. So now all of you should see hundreds of products that you're able to purchase for half price. And you literally order a half price sample from Logie, you get it delivered just like you get delivered any other product on Logie, and the brand is paying for the other half. So that's an amazing opportunity, and I wouldn't miss out on that. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, make sure, guys, that you are ready to rock and roll with all the products you want to promote. But remember, when you grab a half price sample, you're obligated to create content. The brand will not pay the other half if they're not getting content done. So definitely do that. Another little bit of a hack that someone mentioned to me is, hey, some of the brands are also on Creator Connection, and over there they will not provide you with samples. So sometimes it's great to utilize the half price samples from Logie and get paid from Creator Connection. That's just a little bit of a hack that you can do if you want to get product samples for half price. So that's about it. Any questions or any ideas, Eileen, about it?
Nope. I appreciate you. And we
Sounds
can always
amazing.
watch the replay. And I know there will be questions after people actually go in there and start using it. And so, y'all
It
can.
will be buggy. It will be buggy. We just launched it. So every bug, immediately let us know. If you think that the flow can be easier, let us know. Our support team is just literally waiting to hear from you because we want to make this the best feature on Logie.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys next month. Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
You're good. Wow. Oh my God, you have it natural, I see. Love you guys. Love you. Bye bye.